Thank you all who have joined by now. Today, we are going to talk about various Microsoft Dynamics 365 and just overall Microsoft partnership updates. What is important to be aware of for every business application oriented partner, as we from Companion side are not changing the gear. We are still focusing on biz apps the most, so we want to exceed the partner expectations. Therefore, we are going to tailor, and this also the content will be tailored mostly towards the business application and Dynamics 365 oriented partners across the various workloads. With that, today for the agenda, we were going to talk about also Dynamics on-prem related updates, or what's happening around it, because there are multiple things what were announced previously. They are changing, they are adapting, and based on the timeline. And we'll share our opinion as well as action points, what to do and what to be mostly aware of and how to adopt, and what to expect as well if you haven't heard about them before. And then, and the second part, we'll talk about multiple other updates, as well as the main theme will be the incentives and the available promotions, how to utilize the profitability, and also how to go to market and use the best available sales tools provided by Microsoft, so you can increase your profitability as well as increase your competitive advantage towards the others. Before we start, your participation is more than welcomed. So if you will have any questions, don't hesitate, post that in the chat. We have Augusta also, who will be sharing the links and the resources as well in the chat on the go. So keep an eye there as well, and don't hesitate. We'll try to answer either the questions on the spot or ad hoc at the end of the call. So please don't hesitate. Let us know if you'll have any questions, and we'll try to address all of them during today's call. Together with myself, we have Robert. Robert is the Partner Success Manager at Companion. So he will be helping me today as well to cover all the nice content we have prepared to you. And with that, we'll start with Robert. And Robert, floor is yours. Please take it over and let's begin.
Yeah, many thanks. I will quickly move to Companion. Just a second. Yes. Finally, I'm in the office and I'm taking control. Well, so let's quickly move to the news from the vanishing world of Dynamics on-prem. To be on time, I'll be trying to be very quick. So here is a summary of changes which has been applied to Dynamics on-prem world in October. There's been increase of perpetual licenses prices for Dynamics Business Central by 11%. As well, starting from October 2023, the enhancement plan rate has been increased from 17 to 18%. Subscription licenses changes are a little bit complex, so I will dive deeper on the next slide, but the goal of Microsoft is to align DPL pricing with CSP prices, and Microsoft started as well this October. And very important announcement is related to availability of perpetual licenses. And this is that effective April 1st, 2025, perpetual licenses for Business Central will not be available for new customers anymore. So let's have a look to now I'm a little bit stuck. Okay. On the Dynamics on-prem subscription licenses changes. So there is a price increase for Business Central licenses, approximately 10% for NAB 14. Microsoft is being phased out on Azure discount. It means this year the discount will be decreased to 10%, next year in October to 5%, and from October 2025 there will be no discount for on Azure implementation for subscription pricing for existing customers, of course, because for new customer the on Azure discount is not available already 1 year. Maybe quite important notice for you as a partners. Microsoft has changed the type of prices which are available in the on-premises price list. Till the end of September, subscription licenses prices were published in net price. Starting October 2023, these prices are already in the estimated retail price, so it means in end customer price. So don't be surprised when you download the new on-prem pricing that there are some too high prices. These prices are end customer prices, and you have a 30% margin from these prices. So important is that the base price is always displayed in US dollars. You have to change your or select your location, then multiplier will be applied and you will see the end customer prices for your region. That's regarding pricing and the licensing. Another, from my point of view, quite important information is regarding Business Central on-prem version 14. End of support ended, or mainstream support ended on October 10th. So 1 week ago. It means requests to change product or design features are not available. As well, non-security updates are not available. So this version is currently in the extended support period, and security updates, self-house support and paid support should be available still till October 14, 2025. Maybe you are wondering why I would urge you, and call to action for you is to start planning upgrading your customer as soon as possible. That's because of this caution. As you can see, product version under fixed life cycle, when this product is out of mainstream support, access to extended support requires unified support. And the unified support is not cheap at all. And it could be almost impossible to explain to your customer on version 14 why they should pay something additional to enhancement fee to have security updates available. So that's why I urge you, if you have customers on on-prem version 14, plan to upgrading them as soon as possible. And the last reminder regarding Dynamics on-prem world is a Universal Code Initiative. I hope you all are aware what this initiative means. Microsoft is trying to motivate you as a partners to provide customization even for on-prem implementation in the form of cloud optimized extensions. If you are not able to provide customization in this way, you would need to purchase additional modules. For your customers, and the prices are going higher starting January 2024. So this year, if your customization was not were not in extensions, you were paying, or you would need to pay for the implemented code is not extension module. The price was $75, and the additional module implemented code is not cloud optimized, was for free. Starting January 2024, the pricing will be $125 for the module implemented code is not in extension, plus $75 for the module implemented code is not cloud optimized. So it means it will be additional $200 for each full user, unnecessary fee just because you are not able to provide customization in a form of cloud optimized extensions. Important notice, Universal Code Initiative fees will be applied only for Business Central on-prem licenses with the registration days after October 3rd, 2022. So if you have existing customers on Business Central on-prem with a registration day prior October 2022, these licenses or this implementation will not be subject of Universal Code Initiative fee. But if you will be working on upgrades of your existing NAV customers and you will be upgrading them from NAV to Business Central on-prem, then of course you will need to provide extensions either in cloud optimized extensions or customization in the form of cloud optimized extensions, or you will need to purchase additional modules. Okay, so what are the action items for you as a Business Central partners from my point of view? If you are still focusing on large projects with a huge extent of customization, consider to start building or reshape your strategy and to provide your solution in form of extensions and change the strategy from delivering large projects to a strategy of delivering small projects with solutions prepared in extensions. By this way, you will be prepared for the change in April 2025, and it will not be so painful for you to switch from perpetual on-prem licenses with quite huge profit in the beginning from the licenses to repeatable subscription selling model. Additional action item for you is upgrading your Business Central on-prem version 14 customer to current version as soon as possible. As well, be prepared for modern lifecycle policy, because version 14 was the last version in the fixed lifecycle policy, and all new version of Business Central on-prem are already in the modern lifecycle policy. It means just 18 more months of support. First 6 months, there are supported changes in features, new functionality will be added to the solution, and the next 12 months supported are just bug fixes and regulatory updates. And you as a partner, you will need to keep the pace with Microsoft and update your extensions as well. Regarding UCI, of course, recommended for you is to have your solution prepared in cloud optimized extension to avoid unnecessary universal code initiative fees. And of course, prioritize cloud offerings. Germantas will talk about incentives and additional funding which are available for partners with the solution designation. So if you will be offering cloud solutions, it will help you to achieve partner capability score and to achieve as well a solution designation, and it will improve your profitability. Let's have a look how can a company help you. If you need help with shaping your future strategy and you are a company membership partner, just reach out to us. We will organize a business strategy workshop where we can help you define your goals and prepare an action plan with concrete action how to meet your goals. Of course, we can help you with upgrading either your Business Central on-prem or legacy NAV customers, regardless whether your customers are prioritizing or choosing on-prem or cloud solution. We can support you in both scenarios. If you are working on extensions and you will be then maintaining these extensions for your customers, it will be quite time consuming for you. So you can free up the time of your developers from maintaining extensions and outsource this service to us. We will be able to maintain your extensions on behalf of you for a monthly fee. If you are lacking capacities in changing either your legacy on-prem solution into the cloud optimized extensions, or you need help with implementing your new Business Central customers, we can help you in this as well. And if you are building new teams, or if you need to retrain your NAV specialist to Business Central, learning journeys is the ideal way which will help you to keep the knowledge and skills of your experts on the highest possible level. I think Germantas will talk about the current promo offer for learning journey, so it can help you a lot. And of course, for partners who are not in our company membership, I think it is worth to join it, because we have built a community of probably best informed Dynamics partners. And in the current situation when Microsoft is changing almost everything, and very often it is very crucial for you as a partner to have the right information in the right time to be able to make a right decision. With company membership, you will receive this information immediately. We will go through the waste of information, which is Microsoft generating, and we will provide you the most important information in the right time. So that's all from me, and now I'm giving words back to Vilnius. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. Great to see the summary. As well, I would love to add, and we'll use the opportunity to add one more thing. How can we help? Especially if the partner, not the partner, but the end customer, for some reason, is not ready yet to move to SaaS, and this is related to the Business Central. but still they are hesitating. Put them on on-prem subscription, and as well, you can use our hosting services on Azure to provide it as a managed service to your end customer, so they don't need to take care of any infrastructure hassle. And yeah, we have more than 400 customers running on Azure across the world in multiple Azure data center locations. Therefore, yeah, if for some reason there needs to be an interim step before they can go to the SaaS, you can always reach out to us and request the quote and help and a demo for the self-provisioning system hosting on Azure platform. So just kind of could add this, and that's pretty much it. So thank you, Robert, for walking through us with the current changes and what is upcoming related to on-prem Business Central and on-prem Dynamics 365. Thanks. All up. With that and more, yeah. So and more, this is basically and more
Yeah.
is the
You have covered
self-provisioning
it.
system. Yeah, that's great. So let's move on. This is more or less how the timeline looks like. So before maybe I'll jump to the main topic and talk more about the incentives part, just let's reflect where we are currently. What is missed to add here is probably UCI things, but this we already covered. And there are multiple other small things when now related to the cloud as well. So what we have October 1st this year. So we just went through DPL changes, and October 10th, BC 14 went out of the support. Upcoming under NCE, now we are talking about CSP, SaaS, and new commerce experience. From November 1st, so in a couple of weeks, we already will have available public sector offers available, because previously they were still under legacy CSP platform only. So now all the government, public sector, and nonprofit charity subscriptions will become available, and even academic subscriptions will become available under NCE. And with that, starting kind of connected to it, starting from January 1st, all the renewals throughout 2024, which are under legacy CSP subscription, which can be moved, including the new the public sector, academic, and government price list, during the renewal will be automatically transferred under NCE annual term subscription, which means that we emphasize and we kind of suggest that you would take a look what customers you have there and do that before Microsoft does the change yourselves. You can move it now, because under legacy you can stop the subscription and pay you don't need to pay anything in advance. So you can do the stop and do the renewal automatically upfront, not waiting until Microsoft will make the switch. Why it is important? It is important because once the switch is made, there is an annual subscription term which cannot be stopped anymore under NCE, because the annual commitment means that the customer will be required to pay for that subscription until end of the subscription. So it's just a better way that you can control it and manage it on your own terms and in your own way. So we highly recommend to simply review that and have that in mind, that this is going to happen, and don't leave it to automatic process and automatic procedures. And also reminding you to know what are the NCE terms, because also after the subscription is moved, you will have only 7 days, which is the default availability to cancel this subscription after the order is made in NCE, because if you are late to do that, the term is locked, and then you are obliged to pay, if it's a monthly term or an annual term, the full term basically moving forward. So that's regarding the legacy subscriptions migrating to NCE starting early January and January 1st, 2024, and as well that the many other subscriptions and the pricing which was not available under NCE, is becoming available starting from November 1st. Then, moreover, there is a big news available from Microsoft as well to indirect resellers, because new thresholds will be implemented and will be measured starting from April 2024. So if you as a partner don't have a track record or haven't started with cloud or have few licenses sold through CSP channel and only have and your trailing 12-month revenue threshold is below 1,000, be aware that you either need to achieve that above and surpass the threshold in order to remain the subscriptions working and the indirect reseller status moving forward, and that will be calculated at the end of your Microsoft partnership anniversary. So this is very important because it might, if you are not reaching the threshold, it might affect your end customers' subscriptions, which might be terminated, and also you will be suspended from ordering any new licenses for end customers, existing end customers, and new end customers. So be aware of that. I believe this is not an issue for most of the partners, but simply pointing this out as this news became available quite recently. And then, already mentioned by Robert, in 2025, so not 2024, but 2025 April as well, so more than a year left until DPL perpetual availability will be stopped for Business Central on-premise licenses. Only subscription on-prem subscription licenses will be available moving that point. Of course, for the existing customers, still you will be able to order new extra and additional perpetual licenses and continue renewing their enhancement plan, and utilize the benefits available over there. Good. With that, those are the minor things. With that, we can move to the juicy part, which is the Microsoft incentives and your margin and the marginality and you can earn together with Microsoft when reselling SaaS solutions. So before we dig into what's available there, there are still a lot of what's happening in the background. So these are the 10 essential points when working with Microsoft incentives. So I will not really go into deep dive through all of them, but simply pointing this out that you as a partner need to take care of quite few steps throughout the process. So you need to make sure that you have the you are part of AI Cloud Partner Program, which they just renamed the Microsoft Partner Program, basically Microsoft Partner Network Program, MPN, right? Then be familiar with the guide of the incentives, set up your banking profile in the Partner Center, enroll into and make sure that you meet the eligibility criteria, enroll, check your enrollment information in the Partner Center, and so on. So if you need that guidance, and please double check so you can go to the source. There will be more description and more links to follow, so you kind of make sure that you are really eligible to earn incentives if you are not earning them yet. Then when we talk about the incentives for during FY24, Microsoft is advising that there are 4 main pillars what Microsoft are incentivizing for the partners who are focusing on towards the business applications. Because there are way more incentives, but as we are focusing on Dynamics primarily, we are going to talk mostly about biz apps things, which are related to CSP, to transactional business, as well as to activities, where Microsoft is investing to the partner, making sure and supporting their pre-sales, post-sales activities, and driving consumption. We are going to focus mostly about CSP, which is basically incentive based on the transactional business done through new commerce experience, based on your billed revenue and orders, and also on the pre-sales activities, which is a new thing let's say, a little bit adopted, but as well refreshed thing for FY24, starting from October 1st, currently available right now. And then just so you have in mind that there are also post-sales activities financed by Microsoft and supported by Microsoft, and also Power App and Power Automate activities. Those are a little bit more complex and a little bit higher threshold with higher threshold requirements. So we're not going to focus on those very much. But then if you will still need more information, you are more than welcome to reach out to us. We'll walk you through and we'll provide you more information to so you would be kind of raise your awareness and raise your knowledge. So let's move on. CSP incentives, one by one. So we'll start with the CSP side, as mentioned, commercially attached to your transactional business, SaaS licensing transactional business. So what is happening as well, a little bit of a zoom out, Microsoft have previously announced that legacy competencies be changing and the eligibility criteria will be changing starting from October 1st, 2022 through September this year. And also Microsoft previously was announcing that beyond October 1st, 2023, which is this month and this year, that legacy competencies will no longer be recognized as eligibility criteria for incentives. The source is there for your readiness, but the good news is that Microsoft have prolonged that availability, and legacy competencies are still eligible when it comes to CSP incentives. So why I am emphasizing this is the main criteria is that we already were expecting that Microsoft will not allow legacy competencies and only will recognize solution partner designations. But the good thing is that you have another year, more or less, until Microsoft really cuts that off. So now it's the year to go and year to achieve the partner solution designation, so you could secure Microsoft CSP incentives for following year. But then if we take a look into 1 to 3, what is required in order to be CSP incentive eligible for transactional business? So first of all, you need to be Microsoft Partner Program member. That's number one rule. And also be enrolled into commercial incentives, meaning that you accepted the terms and conditions and you have the CSP channel authorization, which means that if you are CSP indirect reseller, you already meet that criteria automatically. So there's nothing much you need to really do yourselves, but simply that's the fact. Second of all, then in most of the cases, and what is required, so you as a partner do have a competency. So for this year is either the legacy competency. Most of the partners are very well familiar with enterprise resource planning competency. Then some of the partners are familiar with cloud business application competency. Right there, let me point it out what I'm talking about. And also some of the partners had achieved small and mid-market cloud solutions competency under the legacy umbrella of the competencies. So all of those, if you maintain one of them and still renew it, so you are meeting the second eligibility criteria required to receive the CSP incentives. But then if you have already solution partner designation for business application or any other workload, you also are eligible to receive Microsoft CSP incentives. Third, but not least, and maybe sometimes forgotten rule and condition, there is also a revenue threshold required in order to receive CSP incentives. So if you are freshly just starting to sell software as a service and sell cloud licenses, what you will have to meet is 25K of trailing 12-month revenue. So this is quite a threshold if you haven't started yet, but this is a must to do. The easiest way, as we were always previously recommending, also applies for solution partner designations. And I'll talk more about the cloud to bridge to cloud promotion. So we always emphasize that you can transition your existing customer enhancement plan base like that, get the recognition for CSP and cloud turnover to achieve requirements for solution partner designation, and also the revenue threshold requirement to get the incentives. So those are the 1, 2, 3 criteria you need to meet, and then you are good to go. So what's available there? This year, Microsoft is pretty similar as to the previous year. So incentives are the same size with a small twist regarding the global accelerator. But how does it work? So you as a partner, if you meet the eligibility criteria and you are eligible to earn the incentives, for each license you resell, you get a 4.75% on top of your CSP margin. This is on top because mostly you have 25 to 30% of CSP margin, which comes from your indirect provider as companion in this example. So from your purchase price, more or less, you get extra 4.75%. Then there is a global strategic accelerator, which is adding up on top of the previous incentive, so almost for 15% in total if we add those together. If you resell Business Central and sales enterprise licenses, Business Central could be essential, could be premium, doesn't matter, could be also a additional environment if the customer needs. So if you resell that, you get extra almost 15%. Then probably the best part is that if there is a customer who doesn't have any Dynamics workload yet, for first 12 months of sales, you can get extra 20%. So as an example, if you resell a Business Central, all of these for a customer who is not new cloud customer, you can earn extra 34.75% on top of the resell. So why this is important? It is super important because if you compare yourself to a partner who earns incentive and maybe you as a partner are not earning incentive, you are leaving 34.75% margin on the table, which also sometimes partners are using as a competitive advantage as well, which is up to the partner to decide, but still this is super important in order so you can calculate and you know what motivation is there for a partner by Microsoft available when choosing SaaS and going towards SaaS together with your customers. Then what is the incentive logic? So incentive as well, what you earn under the CSP, under the transactional business, the logic is, let's say, a little bit complex. So if you earn the incentive, let's say 1,000, that incentive is being divided into two parts. So you get the 60% as a cashback monthly, and then 40% is withheld out of it as a co-op marketing fund. That 40% then at the end of half year is checked. If you have passed 10K of withheld rebate, then you will have to, and I'm right now marking the right box, you will have to go towards the claim process and fulfill the claiming procedure and do some extra work. But then if your withhold 40% is below 10K throughout the 6-month period, then you will be getting that amount which was withheld as a cashback as well. I'm just informing that, so in order you know that there is this, as in order to go around above 10K of threshold, it really requires some volume and some threshold. So in many cases, partners are not achieving that. You can see how those half-year cycles look like. When is the earning period? When is the spending period? And so on. So that's more or less the logic. I will leave it there. If there will be any questions, we'll answer those further. So I also see a question. Are we talking about 20% from SaaS price, like 20% from 45 euros, or how much now is essential license? So it's about 8 to 10 euros per user. So what we are talking about, 20%, or for Business Central, if we're talking, it would be adding up to 34.75% from the purchase price. I don't recall what it is right now by heart, but it is around that price. So for the first year, you can earn 34.75% throughout the first 12 months. That's pretty much the answer. But basically, if you take not a recommended retail price, but the price from the price list, what you see coming from Companion. So that is roughly the estimate you need to look into. Good. This is explain the logic of the co-op fund. So in my calculation, yeah, as I said, to get to 10K threshold, above the 10K threshold, it really requires some volume. But at the same time, I wanted to emphasize this because previous year, the customer ad accelerator was pure cashback. And this year it's, let's say, matched to other forms of the incentive, and it is being divided into 60 to 40%. So that's why we expect that more partners, if you're going to make more sales, because of that, customer ad accelerator is not anymore only a 100% rebate. We expect that more partners will go above the 10K of co-op health threshold, and we'll end up maybe next cycle or cycle after that with requirement to claim. And by claiming, you can pay for your membership fees, you can pay for exams, you can pay even for learning journeys, for training strong companion or whatsoever. So it's not bad, but simply explaining that what you can expect in the nearest future as well, moving forward. Okay. I see that I need to ramp up a little bit because time is flying by. So let's go into the pre-sales incentive. And pre-sale incentive is a little bit, requires less qualification steps. So it's first is the same as for CSP incentive, but the second is a little bit different. It's also the same that you need to attain one of the following competencies, but then from legacy competency, only one competency basically is qualifying, which is cloud business application competency, not as common as usual. Or also business application solution partner designation is another qualification criteria. I'm not naming any other because also those are more rare in our region and across the partners in general. But those are the main two criteria. So if you have only, and you're not still qualifying for solution partner designation, but only you have enterprise resource planning legacy competence and you're planning to renew that, you immediately and automatically become ineligible for these pre-sales investments. So that's why it is super important, again, to focus on achieving the solution cloud business application solution partner designation moving forward throughout this year or until your partner anniversary date as well. So what does it consist of? So there are four assessments or four activities what is financed by Microsoft as a pre-sales motion. The positive thing is that it is a little bit adoption of the previously available and last year available pre-sales investments from Microsoft. And the positive part is that Microsoft now considers this as part of incentive and not anymore an ESIF, which is End Customer Investment Fund. End customer investment funds were requiring you to be eligible in the Microsoft systems as a supplier. Also, it was requiring to go through purchase order, PO process, which was a lengthy procedure. Now everything is in the partner center. You can work through it and go through it and also connect it and claim. And there is a full 50-page or more documentation how you need to do that. So it's a little bit lengthy, but at the same time, everything is in the partner center. So in more details about the assessments. So assessments are pretty much 4, 5, 6 hours engagement in most of the cases for the first 3 assessments, needs assessments, requiring you to showcase the potential of the solution or also the how it could improve the business processes at the customer if it comes to Power Platform. So good thing is that, look, you can invest to the business central time spending towards your end customers and receive some investment from Microsoft for your invested hours in order to drive the demand and drive the interest at the customer side. Also, if you are a business central partner, you don't have a CRM practice, now it's a good time in order to get extra support and extra investment, so to start and establish a new business line. Either it's a sales, a CRM, we can call it in the old name, or even a Power Platform practice. So utilize that opportunity in order to drive that business, a new business, and as well expand your portfolio with existing partners and existing customers. Last but not least, what is available is AIM assessment. AIM assessment is basically an assessment for AX, CRM, NAV, or GPSL, not so applicable maybe for Central and Eastern European market, but basically for any customer who is utilizing old on-prem versions. You can make an assessment, which previously maybe was called and now renamed. So previously was called standard migration or advanced migration assessment. Now it is called AIM assessment. So about all of them in a little bit more details. A little bit more details. Yeah. So for the 3 needs assessments, these are the available customer qualification criteria, engagement goals, and proof of execution. Basically, for these 3 assessments, what you need to do is do a discovery process together with your end customer, do some showcase, create some demo, do some product demonstration, and proof of concept, proof points. And the proof of execution looks very simple. You need to fill in attendees, file what are the challenges, opportunities, and top initiatives you identified out of it. In most of the cases, all of these activities are available with more material, and you will be able to also go through that material and even copy paste some of them. So if you need that extra material, it's available and prepared by Microsoft. So if you're preparing, then let us know. We'll point you towards the right direction when it comes to the materials. And when it comes to needs assessment, AIM assessment, so what you'll have to do, basically, you will have to deliver 3 steps: functional assessment, technical assessment, and also customization assessment. And then you will need to file an end report, and you will get paid by Microsoft. So payments, I see that somehow I'm missing the slide regarding the payments and the available investments. Now it will be a little bit difficult for me to pull it up, but then it varies by country. I'm mostly was talking about fixed payments, and those vary by country. So you'll have to double check what country you belong to and what type of investment is available to you. But in most cases, let me quote quickly. We'll provide, as Augusta is mentioning, we'll provide additional slides as part of the follow-up, so you'll be able to look through those in more details. But then in most of the cases, partners will be able to earn and perform 10 to 20 activities in our markets, which ends up of potential investment from 8K to 50,000 USD dollars as an incentive if you fulfill the criteria and perform the whole, let's say, full scope of activities, and depends from activity how much you get for each of them. So that's in a quick overview, but then at the end we'll share you with more details, as at least in the membership group we have shared that in the full details also. But okay, what else we have? Let's move into the promotions. I have already mentioned this Bridge to Cloud promo, so we are emphasizing it once more because this is the easiest way how you can generate the revenue for cloud solution partner designation for business applications. This is the only one promotion and available right now when it comes to business applications. So, and of course, this is only available for existing Dynamics customers, for existing on-prem customers. So the customers who are willing to go to cloud could utilize this promotion. It gives you 40% of a discount, and then also matching the current BREP amount throughout the year. You get both benefits. The BREP benefits, the customer can still 3 years utilize that. Also, they get a price lock for of the current pricing, and as well throughout the 3 years period, they already can start using SaaS version for the same price that they were paying for the BREP. But the good part is that what we were promoting a little bit as well, and emphasizing that if we take an example, you have only 14 months left in order to double your margin, which if you are still owning and having BREP EP customers and renewals. Why 14 months left, and in most cases only one chance left, is that because in most of the cases you are doing and utilizing this promotion during the renewal. So let's take an example. If we have a customer whose BREP renewal value is 10K. So if you are a lucky partner that your renewal recapture rate is high enough to get 22% of margin, that's the margin you get out of this transaction. So what and how does it look like if you utilize Bridge to Cloud promotion? So if you start using the Bridge to Cloud promotion, your CSP margin is instantly higher because it's from 27% to 30% available there. Then on top of that, all the incentives we were talking about are eligible. So you get extra on top of your CSP margin, you can earn on top from the incentive. And then the total margin out of the 10K you need to renew is more than 5K, meaning that basically it's more than twice, almost 2.5 times more than you were able to renew during the BREP and earn your margin through BREP channel. That's why we super emphasizing next year is critical. We emphasize and encourage the partners to be a little bit more aggressive and also communicative with your end customers, and be more pushy and try to push as much customers as possible towards the Bridge to Cloud version 2 promotion. So then if we talk about the promotions, there's also a promotion available from our side. My colleague mentioned, Robert, that we have a promotion available as well for the Business Central learning journeys. So learning journeys are our training methodology, subscription-based methodology available for you. So it's available for developers, also for consultants. This is a training path available showcasing a developer path for new hire or also experienced. So we are promoting that, and now currently, if you are not familiar, please discover more information on the link. And now if you are subscribing to a 1 seat, you will get another seat free of charge. So now it's a good time really to utilize this promotion. The promotion is available until November 15th, and it's only available, of course, if you buy multiple seats packs only, because then we have a special pricing available for a 10 seats or more seats packs, but then this promotion is not applicable. So, but at the end, please you check it out, reach out to us, we'll explain you more. but this is the great way how to upskill your existing employees, newcomer employees. So tailored for the Business Central mainly when it comes to the learning journeys. So those, at least we also have some promotions available from our side, as well as Companion. Now I'm closing a little bit. What we have currently and what we share today, big news from our side. We as a company are launching empowered motion. So read more about it. I will not go into more details. Really, I'm encouraging you to go through the public announcement and also register to our upcoming webinar where we'll explain it in more details, what it is about, and so on. In brief, there are two things. One thing is to help your operations, and the second thing is to help you to acquire net new customers in a fast phase, and by offering more IP on top of Business Central, which you can then resell to your existing customers who are on-prem or net new customers as well. So there are four horizontals/verticals which we are currently covering. Read more, register, hear more about it, because this is something new from our side. We are going to talk about it in more details during the webinar and also during the directions. I'll talk more about the directions. And last but not least as well, I'm encouraging you to get the report of the successful and status of the challenges, what is happening in the partner channel for Dynamics. You can get the report by answering a small survey, sharing your feedback, and we are going together with Microsoft and together with other colleagues discuss what are the challenges and how to tackle those challenges that the most of the Dynamics partners are facing currently. So also you inviting to register to this webinar next week as well. So last but not least, few more things very briefly. So together myself and Robert, we are going to be at Directions together with our other colleagues. We invite you to visit us, say hello if you are going to attend the Directions EMEA in Lyon this year. So, and at the same time, if you want, and please schedule a call, schedule a meeting together with us, and we'll be more than happy to discuss either potential partnership, empowered, bridge to cloud, incentives, any topic relevant, any topic related to migrations, modernization, AIM program. Feel free to reach out to us and schedule a call and schedule a meeting. And if you are not going to attend, that's what I'm referring to. Schedule a call together with myself or anybody from CE team at Companion, with Robert, with Isa, with Maria. So we are there to help you. We are there to support you. And with that, this is the end of the presentation and the end of this webinar. So with that, I wish you all nice rest of the day. And yeah, we'll see you in Lyon. We'll see you during the other webcasts, other webinars. And last but not least, please schedule a call with us if you need any extra details on any of the mentioned topics, or even some of the topics we have not really discussed today. So anything related to business applications, you are more than welcome to reach out to us. Thank you. Thank you, Robert, as well. And
Thank
yeah,
you. It was great and useful information for all partners. I hope so.
Everyone have a nice rest of the day, and see you during our next interactions.